Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brandon here from Audio Addiction. Usually, I don't make a video at the beginning of a video, but I swear to you is for good reason, or I guess bad per se, depending upon how you look at it. But unfortunately, I got demonetized, hit, and actually, I got banned worldwide with this video for whatever reason. They don't want K-pop to stop, or they do want it to stop, and so they stopped me from doing the react. No, I'm just kidding. But for real though, I did unfortunately get blocked in all territories for the reaction video. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to delete the live one, and then I'm going to re-upload it without the music. I know, big sad. I'm real sad. But you can check out the album. I'll still leave a link below in the description to go give it a listen. And then I want to give a massive shout out to Alex. Had an absolute blast with him regarding all things K-pop. He's going to be arguably he's going to be my K-pop correspondent here on Audio Addiction, so I want to give him a massive shout out. And honestly, did not expect the type of reaction that I got in regards to people actually enjoying it. So very stoked to be a part of the K-pop community. I hope you will welcome me with open arms and give me some good recommendations, because it was a blast reacting to those. And honestly, I don't typically, maybe it's just a boomer, maybe I'm just a boomer, I have no idea, but I'm not really big on the whole reaction video thing. But I know that the crucial nature of doing reaction videos now, so I will be doing them going further. I hope to do them more within my scene of music, which is definitely more on the heavier rock and like metal side of things. But I love that I'm getting to branch out into K-pop, which is really awesome. And maybe I'll do some more. Who knows? I haven't decided yet. But wanted to give a shout out to Jaren Jong. They left a comment for me, asking me to check out a bunch more J-Rock albums, and I hope that Jaren, I hope that you comment on the new video when it comes out. I really was surprised at how much I really enjoyed Twice, and honestly, I'm very excited to check out more. So this is my little video to kind of I don't want to say shill, but basically say like, hey, so I got demonetized, so if you want to just rack up those views and likes again, that'd be very sick. Again, was not expecting the type of feedback, and genuinely shocked. So very welcome to be part of the K-pop community. I hope you still enjoy my reaction despite there being less music, which is ironic considering this is a music channel. So but I really do appreciate everybody that reached out, has given me more band recommendations to check out, and I know Alex has a few up his sleeve that he wants me to listen to, so I'm sure we will get around to it, and obviously it'll be a regular series here on the channel. So just wanted to make a quick teeny little bit of update video at the beginning of this video. I know, I'm just Leonardo DiCaprio out here, but just wanted to make sure people weren't like seeing double. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Honestly, I love all of you so much. Thank you for allowing me to do whatever I want to do. It's great. It's awesome. So thank you very much. Hopefully you enjoy it. Let me know what your favorite Twice song is in the comments down below. But thank you very much. We're going to kick it off in the video, so take it away, Post Brandon. Let's go. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Brandon from Audio Addiction. I plan on doing more of these like live reactions, but my good friend Alex is quite the K-pop fan, and I am not nearly as knowledgeable on that. So I have my boy Alex here in the call here. He can say what's up.
Hey, what's up? Resident K-pop fan here.
Resident K-pop fan here. He did suggest that I should take a listen to Twice's newest album, Between 1 and 2, and I don't know anything about the band, so I'm gonna read their names off here. Very excited to listen to this since I don't know anything about them. We got the main member, right? Is this correct, Alex? It's I guess she's the lead. It says position. She is the lead vocalist.
Sorry, let me pull up your stream because I don't
Okay.
see your screen on Discord.
I don't. Yeah, I don't have. I just have it up on the. I just have it up on my page here.
Okay. Who are we looking at? Jiho?
Geo, yeah. So she's the main vocalist.
Main
and
vocalist and the leader.
Okay, so she's like kind of like the main person, correct?
Top
like
dog.
Top dog. All right, we love it. Let's see. She's got some interesting facts. Her representative color is apricot. Love it. Love that for her. She can't eat raw foods. That seems a little bit interesting. She said she has a pineapple allergy. That seems pretty intense, if you ask me. I love me some
something
pineapple.
you'll notice here is typically the oldest members of K-pop groups are the leaders.
Okay.
Typically, that's not always the case, but
it's a large majority.
Yeah, and you'll notice that this list of the girls in the group they'll be listed by age. So Jiho is also the oldest, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like she was February 1st of 1997.
Nope, I'm actually wrong. She's not the oldest.
Well, it's okay.
Wrong already.
You can be wrong. It's all right. I don't know anything about this, so we have Chaeyoung. I'm pretty sure I pronunciated that right. She is lead vocalist, lead dancer, center, and she is the face of the group. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, very popular girl.
Fair enough. I could see that. Jung she is also a lead vocalist. So what differentiates Alex? What differentiates a lead vocalist from like, just like the main people? I guess like is there any derivative to that position?
It doesn't really boil down to too much. It kind of just a lot of this whole position thing just comes down to wanting to give them positions. It things change a lot. I would say typically your lead vocalist or main vocalist are a lot of times gonna have like those main hooks of the choruses or like those belting high notes.
Mm-hmm.
But generally speaking, they're all good singers. So they're kind of the names are a lot of times just for show and for the sake of having a specific purpose.
Okay, very cool, love it. Let's see. Anything interesting about her? Oh, her father is her dad is a popular Korean traditional chef. That's pretty cool. I like that.
She's been kind of on and off with their activities. Recently I believe it was like a neck injury she had a bit back, and she's been kind of in and out of their activities. She's I think for the most part been a part of all of their songs and videos and stuff, but performances I think have been 50-50, and it seems like she's more involved now than she was maybe a year or two ago. But yeah, she has been kind of in and out a bit.
Well, I hope she feels better. That'd be very cool.
She seems to be doing good right now.
They said she had some anxiety. That's why she took a break, according to this article here. We have Momo. She is main dancer, sub vocalist, and sub rapper. Okay, so we have some rapping going on, a little rapping going on here. I like it.
She's one of their Japanese members.
Correct. She was born in Kyoto, Japan. Like that.
I would say she's very well known. She's looked at very highly as a dancer.
Okay.
And she also has a very distinct vocal tone. She has a very interesting tone when she raps and when she sings. It's very easy to pick out among the rest of the girls.
We love it. All right. I'll be keeping a strong ear out for that, so I'm very stoked. We have Sana. She is also a sub vocalist.
Another part of the Japanese line.
Okay, so is it like obviously I'd argue most of the lineup is Korean, I assume, correct?
Yeah, most of it.
Okay, so then there's some. She is also born in Osaka, Japan. That's very cool. Like it. I like that they said she was very clumsy in her K profile. That seems a little bit. I feel that, on an emotional level. So, respect. We have Mina. She is main dancer, sub vocalist. Apparently she used to be an American citizen, and then
Yeah, she was born in Texas.
What? That is crazy.
I believe she lived in Texas until she was like 2 or 3. So it doesn't really. She's not like speaking English well because of it or anything. But she did have her citizenship.
Huh. Interesting. We love it. Good for her.
Yeah, cool.
The other cool thing that was mentioned on here is she learned ballet for 11 years. So that's pretty intense, I would argue. So dance skills gonna be through the roof. We have Daeyoon. She is lead rapper. All right, and she's also a sub vocalist. So that's cool.
Yeah, she's funny. She's very chaotic. I would say the things I notice about her are, one, she's a very talented musician. She has some really great piano covers out there of her playing piano and singing.
Love it.
And a lot of funny clips that have gone viral of her doing some like scary flexible stuff on on variety shows in Korea and stuff. It's
they
funny.
said pre-debut she was very popular due to her eagle dance video which went viral in South Korea. So
Yep.
that was cool. And I also like that her nickname is Tofu because her skin's so white.
That for her.
I love that for her. Great. We have Chaeyoung. She is
my personal favorite.
all right. And then she's the main rapper as well as sub vocalist. Let's see. She doesn't like beans. That lowers it on my tier list for me.
I'm with her on that.
I'm a big beans fan. Love beans.
If she doesn't like beans, I don't like beans.
I can't. I love beans. So
she's cool. She has a lot of tattoos, which her company tries so hard to cover up and not show. But they can't do much about it. She's got tattoos on her hands, all on her arms.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's definitely not a norm for this kind of group in Korea. So she's definitely like pushing. I like to think that she's pushing a little bit of like tattoo acceptance in the idol industry over there.
Good to know.
Which is cool. I like that. She's also a great rapper and yeah,
we're gonna see.
Very funny and chaotic. I like her.
We're gonna test her wills on the rapping skills here. We have Zuyu. I know. Listen, people are gonna butcher the shit out of me for what I say, so would love it.
The pronunciation is just Zooey.
Zooey. Okay, well, there we go.
It's about as yeah.
It's about as on the brand as you can get here. She is Taiwanese, which is very cool. She is lead dancer, sub vocalist, visual, and then it says Macne.
That means she is the youngest in the group.
Ah, okay. That would make sense. She is also the tallest member. She's 5'7", so she's as tall as me.
You're not 5'7".
Yeah, I am. I'm 5'7".
Actually?
Yes, actually.
Damn. You got 5'9" energy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm definitely not 5'9". Maybe 5'8". On a good day,
All right.
Yeah, I'm short. And yeah.
Yeah, so she's their only Chinese, Taiwanese Chinese member.
There we go.
She's
love it.
very renowned for her visuals, aka her looks.
I got you. Yeah. We're gonna see it all in the music video, guys, and in the songs. So let me know. Alex and I are gonna be running through some new K-pop artists as well as some OGs. But if you'd like me to react to some really cool K-pop artists, feel free to drop them in the comments somewhere. Would love to hear what your thoughts are on it. Again, I kind of have the baseline knowledge of K-pop, but not really as in depth. And I know that there's certainly a lot of acts out there that are doing some really cool stuff. And so I'm very excited. And huge thanks to Alex. Go follow him on social media. He is going to be releasing music soon. So wanted to plug Alex
Thanks.
here. Oh, no problem, bud. You got it.
I think this is a good one to start with. It just came out a couple of days ago. They're very, I would say, they're definitely, you know, one of the best groups out there, one of the top tier groups.
All
They're
right.
very consistent, and I think this is I've had a chance to listen to this mini album already, and I think it does a really good job of summing up what I think are the best aspects of the industry. So
All right.
excited for you to hear it.
Well, there we go. We'll start off with the first song, Talk That Talk, and it comes with a music video. So I'm very excited to get into it. So we're going to start it right now, guys. Let's go. That Talk. I really dug that one. That one was really good.
Yeah.
I think that was a good starting point. Again, it has cats in it. 10 out of 10. Couldn't get any better.
How much do you think they spent on that video?
Ooh. I'm gonna say it was like a crisp like 3 mil.
Yeah, I don't know the number on that, but you're probably about right.
I feel like just the editing alone was just nuts. So
I mean, you gotta look at like outfits,
oh my
scene
gosh,
changes, all the different like the backgrounds and all the props. Yeah,
oh
I don't
my
know
god, yeah, it would be
where
so
that
nuts.
video racks up, but I know that companies, and especially their company, is dropping big bucks on these videos. So
I mean, considering how many views this video probably got, I would not be surprised them spending like a stupid amount of money just like to make a music video. I just feel like that's par for the course, you know, like part of the music or like making an album, I'd imagine, kind of revolves around how well they can kind of articulate their music videos to their music. And this is, I think, is a very good starting block, certainly. Is there, I guess, the thing that I have for you, Alex, in regards to music videos, do they typically only do like one music video per album, or it really depends?
It depends. It's been changing a little bit recently, where they're starting to get a little bit more of the Western promotion cycle, where they're sometimes doing pre-release and like lead up singles.
Okay.
But that's typically for full albums, not mini albums like this.
So minis usually get like one, right?
Yeah, for example, like Blackpink just put out their song Pink Venom, which is a pre-release for their album coming out next month. Twice has done something similar with previous full albums, but for this mini album, they typically just do one lead single.
Okay, that would make sense. Just kind of like the turnaround time, I'd imagine, is like pretty quick.
They get done pretty quick, and like the budgets are so high, and the filming and everything takes time. So sometimes you'll get dance performances, or you'll get like stages where they'll do songs, or maybe they'll do like a homemade video kind of thing. But yeah, typically from a mini album like this, you can expect one full budget video.
Well, I mean, they put all of the budget into that music video, so I gotta give them credit, because it was visually very appealing. I will say though, the one thing that I felt like with this song particularly, like vocally, I love that all the voices, like you can hear them all very distinctly. And I would imagine with like a group like that, it might be a little bit more difficult for those things to kind of like interact with each other. So I got to give them a lot of credit. As someone who comes from like a heavier background, this is something that like I feel like heavier music should take notes of, because I think there's just some way of like integrating like, you know, screaming and singing together, but like also having like this where there's just like, you know, the whole band does some sort of vocals in some capacity, so it's kind of nuts.
Right. Yeah, Twice does it really well. They've been together officially for like almost 7 years now.
Oh,
So
wow.
I would say
Okay.
like in the beginning of their career, it was a little bit harder to pick out voices and parts were a little like more questionable. And as
Okay.
they've
Yeah.
evolved, they've done a lot better job of assigning people the parts that really work for them and developing every member to have their own unique sound and like letting them try different things and like venturing away from all kind of having the same vocal tone and the same tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a lot better if you listen to their stuff from their debut versus their stuff now. You're right; they're a lot easier to pick apart and tell like who's doing what. They do a great job with it, I think, especially for having to fit 9 members
Yeah.
into a three
Oh
minute
my
song.
god. Yeah, and that I think that's what's wild to me is that everything feels very succinct as like a group, a group of people. I think it just really works out well. You can tell like obviously where the music kind of like dips out and then there's more vocals and then this vice versa. It's just this nice way of like where I feel like the music is mostly centered around like the vocals, but then like the vocals kind of interweave in with like the instrumentals, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, this was super cool. I love the kind of like I feel like there's a new wave of like older like pop music, like 80s pop is really starting to take a large like influence on
Yeah,
most music now, so
yeah.
especially within the pop sphere.
There's a big retro wave hitting the music industry right now. I think like as a whole,
Yeah,
there
I would
was
agree.
I would say with like The Weeknd bringing a lot of that
Yeah,
back
yeah,
into
yeah.
popularity, and his song what was it called? Blinding Lights. Is that
Yes, it's Blinding Lights. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
yeah? That song went really big in South Korea,
Oh,
and that
okay.
actually. I mean, unconfirmed, but that song seems to have inspired a lot of this retro 80s kind
That
of
makes sense.
synth wave thing that's been going on for a little while in K-pop, which just evolved quite a bit. It's in a good spot right now. For a while, it was like, man, a lot of these groups are putting out like the weekend B-sides. So I think it's a cool influence, and I think that the 80s sound is cool, and it's fun to hear what they're able to put as like a more modern spin on it now with all the um, advances in production and where everything's come since then. It's like a nice mix to see.
I would agree. I would also include in that list. I think like Dua Lipa. She's also
Oh,
like
absolutely.
heavily influenced by like 80s pop and that sort of stuff.
Yes.
I remember watching like an interview with her and she was saying like how influenced she was by like 80s pop music and same with her producer. So I imagine some of that influence of pop music winds up traveling over the seas to Korea. So very
Yeah,
cool.
it absolutely does.
Like this one a lot. I'll leave the link to Twice's album Between 1 and 2 in the description, so go check it out. But we're going to move on to the next one, Alex. This one is Queen of Hearts. So,
I don't know if um you it's up to you. You might want to look up the lyric videos for these.
oh, okay. Like instead of these?
Um, yeah, if you want to, it'll just give you lyrics, translated lyrics, and it'll also tell you which member is singing for parts.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Um,
See if
Not
we can like
entirely
it.
necessary, but they're pretty helpful, especially if you're trying to like get to know them and see kind of who's doing what. And
Let's see if we can look it up. I'm going to try. Uh, let's see if there's any lyric videos here. I don't even know what it would be under though.
that's one of them.
Which one?
That's what they look like. That one that says trouble. Go down a little bit. That one that says
Ah,
trouble is like what they look like. I don't know if you want to do them in order or not, but
I would, yeah. Let's try to do it in order. That'd be kind of lit. Let's see. We'll do Queen of Hearts then. We're gonna do this right, guys. Just remember. Queen of Hearts lyrics, probably. Let's try that. Ah, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's do this one. Alright. We got it, guys. We're here. Alright, guys. That was Queen of Hearts. It just... funnily enough, the song title, it reminds me of that Taylor Swift song. I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
Yeah.
Shame on me now.
Yeah,
That's right.
it has that same boom boom clap chorus. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, now I'm not gonna be able to hear it, but they did it better though. So arguably, I'm not. No offense, I'm not a Taylor Swift hater, but
Oh, you're not a Swiftie?
I'm not a Swiftie. No, I know.
Oof.
Contrary popular belief, I am not a Swiftie.
They're coming for you.
I know. I feel like K-pop and the Taylor Swiftie community are gonna be after me here. So,
Nah, they're homies. They're homies.
oh boy, I better fight for my honor.
Yeah, it's always cool to see them throw in like a full English song.
Yeah, that's
it's not every album they do that. The recent ones for sure, but it hasn't been like their whole career they've been doing that, and they've definitely seen some more success overseas with some other songs like that. Like The Feels was a recent one from them that was all English that did very well. So it's cool to see them still like having some songs that they can push, maybe for like radio at some point, or try to get
I could definitely
some play.
I could definitely see this being on the radio 100%. Like, it definitely has, like, that radio quality to it, you know? But in a good way. Like, I think the way that I think that was cool. I do appreciate the, like, lyric video thing, Alex, because I think it does point out a little bit more of, like, you know,
yeah,
who's
it's cool.
singing.
It'll get you a little more familiar with, like, you know, who's doing what. You know, you'll see the rappers light up when they're rapping, and, you know, you're kind of able to pinpoint a little bit better of who's doing what, and maybe figure out whose voice you like more, or, you know, it's a pretty good reference to have, especially when you're just getting familiar.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Also, if people are wondering what I'm doing with my arms here, my cat is currently sitting at my desk and is asking for pets. So, shout out to Meatball.
Meatball's such a good guy.
Meatballs. Oh, come here, buddy. You want to be on the live stream? Here you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, what's up? There we go. We give a nice wave. There you go. Sorry. I don't use you for internet fame. I'm just kidding. Did I say that on the live? I did. But yeah, no, I thought this one was very good. I liked it. I think I like the first one more, but I think that's just because
it's good. That's the title track. You should like it more.
The title track is fire.
That's exactly what they wanted from you.
We love it. It's got this great but I would argue this one was very good too, just because I think the vibes were there certainly. So I like that it was just this kind of more like indie kind of chill, like indie kind of pop song, you know. We like that, you know. I like that indie and that sort of style of music is making its way into more mainstream or more modern music.
Definitely. So. Yeah, they definitely hit a little bit of a different subgenre, I would say, on that one. So it's cool. They do that a lot. That's a big I guess that's a big thing in K-pop in general. It's just, you know, touching on a lot of different subs of the pop megasphere.
We love it. We love it.
Yeah.
So guys,
the next one will be Basics.
Yeah, I have the track list pulled up, so we good here. All right, guys, this one's Basics. Let's listen.
Start off by saying that this is my personal favorite on the mini album.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to hold this in high regards then. Let's take a listen, guys. All right, guys, that was Basics. If you just tuned in now, this is Twice's newest album, Between 1 and 2. Your boy is doing that live reaction to this, so I'm very excited. And I'm here with my buddy Alex, so big salutes to Alex. But I like this one a lot. I would argue, I haven't listened to the rest of it yet, so I don't want to jump to conclusions, but this one was fire. I loved it. The beat was super tight. I think the chord progression was really cool. It had like a jazz sort of feeling to it. There is definitely a lot of
Yeah.
jazz chords implemented in this song, and I was about
Yes.
it.
It's got a cool mix of like it's got like a little bit of like jazzy retro vibes in it, but it also uses a lot of um a lot of things that are commonly used in like future bass too, with like how
Yeah,
they are like how the chords are sitting and like some of the especially the pre-chorus. So
yeah,
it's cool.
yeah,
It does a lot of mixing of like different genres. It's pretty cool. It reminds me of like a lot of like the pop music that I like in the US. Like it reminds me of like Carly Rae Jepsen kind of stuff, like
yeah,
that
yeah,
just like
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
like sugary pop,
Yeah.
earwormy stuff.
This one is proud. I'd argue. I don't know if it's. I would say like instrumentally, I really liked. As well as I like this one too. Basics. I would say instrumentally, these are my two favorites thus far. Um, I think that the instrumentals were a lot cooler. I think well, both of them were very cool, but I think the one that kind of like initial reaction was like really fun and like poppy and like kind of like funky pop bass lines. Like Talk That Talk was really good, but I feel like this one hits more of like the sweet spot for what I like because it kind of has this like jazz pop fusion kind of thing going on. And then I also like you mentioned, the modulated bass was really tight, as well. And I just think like overall, I think the structure was just a lot more interesting. Um, I would say as out of the three thus far, I would say that Talk That Talk and Basics are probably my two favorites so far. But I have the rest of the album to listen to, so we'll
Are
have to get
any
into it.
specific members sticking out to you?
Let me scroll back because the end screen's here. I like Geo's really good. I'll give
She has a very distinct
she
voice.
has a very distinct voice, and I'm trying to think who else I really like. I like Nayeon. I think she kind of her and Geo. I feel like hit like a lot of the like higher range, the like more
Yep.
like intense vocal lines.
Yeah,
So
they are for sure the power vocals of the group.
so they those to me stand out, but I don't know. I honestly I think I like really pretty much all of them. But I feel like a lot of it is more focused on like Geo and Neon because they're like stronger vocalists,
Yeah, you're
or at
looking
least
for
more.
those vocal flexes.
Yeah, they really know how to flex, so I feel like that's really cool. And I do like when there's like multiple, like when there's like a little bits of rap in there, and then like also like the pop hits are super tight. So I think overall this one was just a fun song, and I think that structurally it was just really well executed. So whoever their producer is, they're really killing it because I think the way that they kind of incorporated some like I feel like for the common listener that isn't going to be like us where we're like more musician type where we're like okay we kind of have an idea of what they're doing. I feel like with uh I feel like with other people they're just going to be like oh okay that's a cool song I like that, but I think when you break it down a little bit more, this one it just has way more like interest in terms of like if you're a guitar player or a bass player or something like that, there's just going to be a lot more for you to get out of. If you already like K-pop and then you're also a musician, you can like focus on the instrumentals a lot more. But I feel like if you're just like somebody who just likes K-pop in general, you're just going to like the song anyway. But I feel like there's a lot more that you can get out of it as being like it like a instrumentalist as per se, I guess.
And I will say one more note on this song. Specifically, the lyrics for this song were all written by Chaeyoung.
Oh, very cool.
It's not. I would say it's a little uncommon for artists to have a lot of participation in
Mm-hmm.
their songwriting, whether it's like composition or lyrics. And twice recently, I would say in the past couple of years, have really stepped up and started getting involved with their production and their process, which is
That would
cool.
make sense.
So
Yeah.
all those lyrics are were by Chaeyoung, and yeah, it's cool
Salutes.
to see them having some more involvement.
That's we love to see that. So shout out to Chaeyoung. Love it. We're gonna move into the next one, which should be Trouble. So that
Yep,
is on
and
here.
this one also has lyrics by Jiho, and it was also composed by Jiho.
Oh, okay. We'll see. We'll get into it right now, guys. Let's take a listen.
So, if you don't like this one,
If I don't,
you're
if I don't
insulting her.
All right. Well, we're not gonna insult. We're not gonna insult her. Let's figure out. Oh, this one was fire too. God, wow, that was some heat. I like that. That was great.
That really has some like late 2000s, early 2010s like club vibes.
That
like,
was hot. That was a
like
good
I
one.
feel like I hear this in the middle of like a Rihanna and a Kesha song at the club.
Oh, 100%. It's got that great like. It just got that
The
like
bass
great
line is
like.
good. It's using the basic like piano chords, and it's like it's just enough. The vocals do everything they need to do. The layers and the harmonies are great.
On point.
Yeah.
On point. And I also like this, like, I think the coolest things about this lyric video is you can kind of, like, see who does what, obviously, and I didn't think I mentioned it in one of the previous songs, but, like, you don't see how much, like, stuff, like, has to be, like, interweaved within a song. So,
Yeah.
that is really cool. Love that, but... Yeah, the instrumentals on this are just fire, and then on top of that, like, the singing was just so, like, the singing, just the layering, like, just works out so well. Like, and like you said, it's got this, like, early to mid 2000s kind of, like, vibe to it. Meatball loves it. He's already scratching at me to, like, what did you think? What did you think, bud? Yeah? It gets the meatball seal of approval. I think this was his favorite. He's coming to hang out.
Two
over
paws
here.
up.
2 paws up. All right, let's go. 2 paws up, buddy. You gotta give me 2 paws. 2 paws. All right, 2 paws. 2 paws, baby. Yeah. All right. Give it up for Twice, baby. Let's go. All right. There we go.
Meatballs at once.
Meatball wants some Twice music bopping in the house. So. But yes, no, I really dug this one a lot. It was just fun. I think the whole thing about it is like with pop, like I'm so used to like listening to the bands that I listen to, and this is just like fun music. Like I feel like I'm very like I don't know. Sometimes I get like very critique heavy on like some of the music I listen to, but this is just like you can just like enjoy it for what it
fun.
is.
Kind of, it's like
fun.
it's sort of like turn your brain off, have fun music, you know?
Yeah, I feel like I would hear this. I feel like, you know, if I was having just like a shit day, I'd just put this on and it'd be great, you know? I feel like all of my worries would go away, you know, if I just listened to some Twice. So, love this one. I don't know if it's... I'm trying to think. Would it be better... Is it better than Basics or Talk That Talk? That's tough. I feel like upon one listen, that's really difficult. But I would say thus far, I feel like we're at a 3-way tie with Talk That Talk, Basics, and Trouble, and then Queen of Hearts is like my least favorite thus far. So we're gonna have to get into the other ones and really hash out the tier list here.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that 3 of the 4 songs we've listened to so far being tied for your favorite is pretty good.
I mean, for not knowing that much about Twice at all, this was great. So I'm digging it. We need to find Brave. That's the next one. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to. Oh, nice! I love when my computer says reconnecting OBS Studio. It's always a good thing. Okay, here we go. I thought we lost you guys. We didn't. Don't forget that. All right, here we go. All right. What's your thoughts on this one, Alex?
It's another solid track. I don't have
You don't have anything else?
I don't have anything interesting to say about it. I think it's a good song.
All right. We'll get into it right now, guys.
Talk about it a little bit as it goes.
This is Brave. Let's go. All right, guys. You're tuning in. This is Brave. This is the 5th song off of Twice's new album, Between 1 and 2. I thought this one was solid. It wasn't like anything like the previous two songs where I felt like I was just like absolutely floored by how good they were. This one seems a little bit more safe, which is totally fine.
Yeah,
Um,
it's got a little bit more of like a low key,
it's
nice
kind of
vibe to it.
yeah, it's kind of like Queen of Hearts where I wasn't like, oh, this is like fantastic, but I think it's still equally as good. I think the vocals were really interesting, just like some like as we mentioned earlier, just like the vocal lines were really like interesting. I liked some of the ways that like all of the girls are kind of like incorporated in this song. I think that was really nice. Um, but yeah, this one was solid. I don't think I really have anything bad to say about it particularly, but I will say I wasn't
Yeah,
like as engaged as I feel like some of the other ones that we've listened to thus far where I've been like, "Oh my god, these are so great." You know, this one is
sure.
kind of like more on the low key, like you said. It's just got more of a vibe. Like I feel like if I put this on like at like a party or something, it would just be a nice like, you know, kind of like mood setter, kind of just like, "Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
just, you know, we got the vibes going, you know." Um
Yeah, I thought it was cool how they have the chorus where they start off with hitting that brave, and then the beginning of the chorus they each have their turns doing like little vocal runs into that
yes, that was very
after that,
neat.
which is cool. I like them having this song comes across to me as like a little bit of a chance for them to it's a little bit of vocal flexing. You know, there were a lot of
Yeah,
runs and a lot of ad libs at the end there from Gio and Nayeon,
I would agree.
which
Yeah,
which are great.
yeah. Who doesn't love that? First and foremost, would love that here. But I do think it's just like I think for me, it's like coming from the background, you know, the background of music I typically listen to. Like it's cool to hear like again, as I mentioned in Talk That Talk, where there's just such a you know divergence of like all of their vocals and how they're somehow able to make it all like work out together collectively. I think that's really
Yeah,
nice.
and this one especially that there was a lot more um, mixing with their like different members on this one for sure. A
Oh,
lot of
I
like
would agree.
tighter small part switches and stuff.
Yeah, I
And
think. Go on ahead, Alex.
no, another thing I was just pointing out that I mentioned that I really liked Mina's voice, especially in that bridge. Something you'll maybe notice over time is she typically has like a part in every single bridge
Hmm.
from there
Okay.
because people just kind of refer to her as like the bridge queen. Like she has a really
That's
nice
awesome.
soft voice. Her typical vocal style isn't really belting or she doesn't really rap. She kind of just has this really really smooth nice voice. So I think she's such a good fit for all the bridges, and this one was definitely I think a really suited one for her.
I
Really well
like.
suited.
Yeah, and I like that. I think I don't even think I pointed it out in some of the other songs, but I like how everybody kind of has their strengths and weaknesses, and that like each idol kind of like overlaps where like one isn't that great, you know, like you can they can find ways of mix intermingling them and mixing them together. So I love that. That's awesome. You know, I feel like that's like when you have like what is it 8 or 9 vocalists like
Yep,
collectively.
9.
I think like when you have 9 vocalists collectively that can be very difficult, so I do like how they interweave everything together. um Io Walks said hello, what's going on, give me some K-pop recommendations in the live chat or in the comments if you guys are watching this after the fact. But we're gonna move it on to track number 6, which is Gone. I'm very excited about this one. Let's
This
go.
one is lyrics by Dayun,
All right, my girl, Diane.
another member credit.
Let's go. Let's give this one a listen. That was cool. I like that ending. That was really tight. This one, guys, was this one's Gone. If you're just tuning in, I dug this one. This one was very cool. I like that there was like a lot more rap in this song.
Yeah,
Primarily from I'm gonna scroll back a little bit so I don't mispronounce everybody. Daeyoung, Chaeyoung, and Momo I feel like had more of a
mm.
spotlight in this song. I'd also say like Mina had a lot more time on this song too,
Mina got a
um,
lot of lines in this song.
which was tight. And then I loved Jaeyoung. I thought she was like, I think in that chorus when that chorus hits, oof, loved it. The harmonies in that last chorus were super tight. Um, Yeah, this one was fun. I think that I would argue that there might be a little bit too much going on with the instrumentals. Like I feel like they could have toned it down a little bit.
Yeah, it is a lot, and I didn't know if I liked it the first time I heard it, and now this has become sort of one of my my go back to tracks on this album.
Okay,
It,
all
it's
right.
it's cool. It's different. It's I wasn't expecting that like that much of like a modulated instrumental when it drops, and they really use that like I'm not sure exactly
It kind
what
of
I
feels
even
like
call that.
it kind of feels like rotoscoping a little bit, like or
Yeah,
a little bit. Like it kind of has that like you know, like it's definitely got like more of a pulse to it. It almost has
yeah,
like a
yeah.
drum and bass kind of feel because I don't even think there's really much else besides that other than their vocals. Like it just really got that. Like it's basically just a lot of drum and like everything's like this. So, but yeah,
It's
this
like
one was
side chained really hard.
100%. I think I think it might be like filtered super hard too because it does like it it has a good vibe to it certainly, and I think realistically a lot of it has to do with just because I would argue just like vocally I think there's just a lot going on that I feel like if anything else was added to it might be too over the top, so I can understand why they went a little bit hard and heavy with like the bass and the drums because it definitely stands out a little bit more, and it's a little obviously brings in that kind of low end clarity that the vocals wouldn't. So I can kind of see like the the reasons why they might do it, but I would say maybe like if they toned it down just like a smidge, I think would have been a lot better. But yeah, I feel like this one's really tight. I still feel like the three that I love right now are Talk That Talk, Basics, and Trouble. I think those are the ones that, unless like when we were kids, is gonna be like blow me out of the water. I think those are gonna be my top three for now. But
Well, I'll give you a spoiler to the whole K-pop industry, real quick. Typically, if there's going to be a slower song or a more ballady song on an album, they usually chuck it right on the end.
that's fair. I could see that certainly. But very excited
Typically.
nonetheless because it's been good. I've been enjoying it. This one was very much a surprise. I would say like sleeper song gone for sure. I would say that one
Yeah,
for me is
it's
like
a wacky one.
that one's a little bit weird, but I feel like it's weird because it's like memorable. So I know I'm definitely gonna be like, oh okay, like this is a one I'm gonna remember because I'm gonna be like it's very like drum and bass heavy. But very excited. We're gonna get into the last song, as I mentioned, when we were kids, and we're gonna get into this one. Very
And
excited.
this one is also lyrically written by Dayun.
Oh man, Chaeyoung, you're killing it, girl. Shout outs,
Yeah.
love it. All right, guys, let's get into this one. I thought they were gonna hit me with the acapella ending. I would have been like, "All right, we're done, guys, we're done." That one was super cool. I like that one a lot. I think like
Yeah.
you were saying, like I could argue this could be a softer song, but like I love it. The vocal layering on this track was, ooh, chef's kiss. My God,
Yeah, it's beautiful. It is vocally a beautiful song.
they really just loaded it up. They're just like, guys, everybody, let's go. Everybody, let's go. Everybody on this track right now. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
I mean, I applaud anybody who can possibly figure out which members are singing during those choruses when you hear like a chorus of voices behind.
I do like in the last chorus, where like there was different like harmonies and different like vocal like layers going on at the same time. I thought that was very tight. Um, but yeah, I like the chord progression. That was really awesome. Like it was very soft. Like there was like some definitely like some keys. It was like a very well put together pop song. But I think just the added fact of like it kind of had like this R&B kind of like soul feel to it, which I liked. And then just with the just added layer of 9 vocalists on one track was just oof. It was good. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, and I think the instrumental for that song does a really good job of kind of just sitting in the background and letting the vocals really shine. And that's why like those vocals sound so beautiful and full, is because the instrumental sort of takes a little bit of a backseat and does like just enough to get the song like through, you know what I mean?
I would
Doesn't
agree.
do anything. It's not doing what Gone did. It's not in your face and it's not extra. It's just letting them show off their vocals, show off the harmonies, and
The
get
talent.
the message of the song across.
I would agree. Yeah, I think it kind of just hits all of the like check marks of what I would imagine makes a really good like K-pop track. When you incorporate everybody vocally, I think that's awesome. Also, the added benefit of again having some like instrumentals that kind of accent the song but aren't like overbearing to the point where you're like, oh man, I don't. This is too much. This is too crazy. But I
Yeah,
like this one. Go
and I
ahead,
love the
Alex.
lyrics. The lyrics were great. Shout out Diane.
Diane just
Very very
killed it.
touching lyrics.
I would agree. You know, as someone who is vastly approaching 30, I think it makes me think about that a little bit more. But I like this album a lot. I was I didn't think I wasn't not gonna like it because I definitely have heard some K-pop albums before, but this one
Yeah.
being like on the newer end of the scale and like I was a little bit like, okay, well, what am I gonna expect from this? I enjoyed it a lot. I would say I would have to probably give it more of a listen to really be like 100%. But I think my least, well, my I'll talk about. I guess I'll talk about my least favorite. So I would say didn't really like. I would say arguably Queen of Hearts was my least favorite off the album.
Okay.
I don't think it was bad, but I just feel like that one just didn't have as much as I felt like maybe Brave or Gone did. Gone's kind of the sleeper, so I feel like I put that in its own category. But I feel like between Brave and like Queen of Hearts, I think Brave is just a better version of Queen of Hearts. Um, and then I would put When We Were Kids like okay, so we have Queen of Hearts here. I'll put When We Were Kids just above that. You know what? No, I'll put Brave above Queen of Hearts. Then I'll put When We Were Kids. Then I'll put Gone. This is going to be tough now. I think I'm going to put Talk That Talk third, Basic second,
Okay.
and Trouble number one. I'd say that one was my favorite.
Okay, interesting.
I know you said Basics was your favorite, but I think Trouble was such a bop and a half. We
Yeah, it's
loved
a good
it.
song.
So I think that would be my tier list. What about yours, Alex?
Ooh. Um
You've listened to it more than I have, so to be fair, your opinion probably matters more
yeah.
than mine
No, no,
does.
no. No, it doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Man, I don't know. It definitely, some of these songs definitely hit different depending on my mood.
Fair
I'll
enough.
say consistently Basics is my favorite, and then I'll say Trouble, and then Talk That Talk.
Oh, okay. So
Um,
we're flopped. We're flopped on the Basics Troubles then.
mhm.
Okay, fair enough.
And then I'll say Gone,
Oh, okay,
Brave,
okay.
When We Were Kids, Queen of Hearts.
So we were pretty much exactly the same except for the top two.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
So
And that's without like I don't need to say it, but I like all of these songs. J- Putting Queen of Hearts last does not mean I don't like it. I think these are all. I think this is a great album through and through. That's
oh,
why this is
100%.
why I pulled this one for you to listen to first, just because I think
No,
it's every song has its place and every song I think is really good.
I think for me it's like tough to like when I do these live things and I hope to do more of them, which I certainly will. I think it's difficult because it's like, oh well, like I enjoyed all of them, but like maybe this one just isn't hidden right now, you know. I hope Queen of Hearts I like more, but honestly, I'm just gonna be remembering that like I'm just gonna be remembering like that chord phrasing, and I'm gonna be like, oh man, these are like I can think of 5 other songs that have the same chord phrasing, and that hurts my soul.
Yeah,
But like they
yeah,
did it
it's a
better.
little
They
bit
did it
tough.
better than anybody else, so I'll give them that credit.
the boom boom clap chorus is a little bit of a tough sell.
Yes, it is. It is a tough sell, but nonetheless, it was. I think it was a fun album. If I had to actually give it like a rating, listening to it from front to back, oh man, out of 10, I'd probably have to give it like a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it a lot, actually.
Nice.
I think like it's definitely front heavy, which is not a bad thing. But I think there's a lot of gems in there. I think the last two songs were really good gems that I felt like, oh man, like I was kind of like, okay, there's 7 songs, like am I going to be intrigued throughout? And I think that K-pop does a very good job of like keeping the listener engaged, because I think Talk That Talk is such like an in your face, like right out the gate, like powerhouse track. It's like it's obviously the lead off single, so it's gonna have like a lot of like zhuzh behind it. Um but and then you get into Queen of Hearts, which is a little bit different. Then you kind of bring up the energy with like Basics and Trouble, and then like it's a nice journey, and I like that. I think that not every song has to be like a club banger. You can have some of the ones that are a little bit more soft and a little bit more like intimate. And I think that that's really nice how they're able to structure it out, where there's still like slower songs that are a little bit more vibey, and then there's like some like club heat that you're like, oof, man, if this showed up on like a club like in Philadelphia, I'd be raving right now. So I liked it. I think this one arguably is. I mean, I've only listened to really one K-pop album in full. I don't really count Passcode because they're A, not K-pop, and B, they combine like electronic core music into their stuff. So
Yeah, they don't count.
or baby metal. So I feel like those aren't like true like K-pop bands. So guys, let me know in the comments what else I don't know where this camera's at, what I should react to next. If you want to give me a classic record and a newer K-pop record, let me know. I'm probably gonna have Alex on for this series, so I hope that you enjoy Alex's company while he's here, and you should go give him a follow on all his social media so you can keep up to date when he releases music. Can't guarantee it's gonna be K-pop. Just want to can't want to rule that out. Can't confirm it's gonna be
Yeah,
K-pop.
my disclaimer is that it will not be K-pop.
It could be a K-pop influenced for sure, though.
It could be heavily. Hey, if you're a Twice fan, it could be heavily influenced by Twice.
He's not wrong, so
That's all.
very cool, very exciting. I hope you will join me for this K-pop series. Again, if you have any suggestions, drop them down below. But yeah, as kind of more of a like resident like metal, like post-hardcore kind of that sort of genre, alt music, this is about as far left as I can think of. So very excited. But this one was good. I liked it. Good pick, Alex. Kudos to Alex for the good picks. Love it. But yeah, fun times, guys. If you enjoyed, thumbs it up, share it, like it, subscribe for more. Huge thanks again to Alex for coming on, and hopefully you guys will come back and check out some more. I don't know which other ones we're gonna be able to do, but we'll figure it out. So let us know.
Leave them below. I have
below.
some ideas. I would love some direction on where to where to put you in this this K-pop rabbit hole.
Honestly, we can take it as far out as possible. So I feel like the more reaction that I get, the better. Because I was really bumping to a lot of these tracks. So I think you may have turned
I think
the
you'll
tables.
be pleasant. I think you will find some gems, and you'll be very pleasantly surprised with the more you hear.
I'm stoked. So guys, drop them down below. Alex will be bringing me more K-pop heat. So get ready. We're gonna turn into like a half K-pop channel, I guess, or at least a quarter. I'm not gonna say half, at least a quarter. Well, for these reactions, I feel like that's like a good portion of that. But guys, yeah, keep an eye out. More reaction videos to come. I'm not usually a big fan of these, but I enjoyed my time listening through to this album. So maybe I'll do more in the like this scene, the scene of music I listen to. So if you want to see more reaction videos, let me know. But again, Alex, thanks for joining me. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
And guys, have a good night. If you're watching this after the fact, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching the whole thing. Let me know what your thoughts are. Talk to you guys soon.